Still says recording here.
Okay, good. So she just goes straight for the kill, and that makes her feel better. It makes her feel more confident. And then another coach, she actually puts ads on Craigslist, which I haven't heard of for quite some time, but it's kind of like what Monique does, is that she makes this post, but she makes it sound more like, and I don't know how I feel about this, but she's had pretty good success with it. She makes it sound like a job. So she'll make.
I have a question now that you're bringing that up, because I thought about that last night, because I'm constantly thinking like, what else can I do that's different? Like I always come up with all these like crazy ideas. So I thought about that, but I know my coach has done that too. She does the Craigslist-y stuff sometimes. I never really asked her specifically what she puts on there. And now I'm just kind of afraid because like you get the weirdos, you know what I mean? Like Craigslist, I don't know, scares me. But what about, and this is going to sound really crazy, and I don't even know if like PMP addresses it or not, but can you put some like and I'm thinking in terms of recruiting, but can you put like a job type of like thing out on like monster.com or you know what I mean? Like those type of things.
Looks like Heather has something to say.
That is a good idea.
Thank you.
I think.
Thank you very much.
That's a good idea. I don't know compliance-wise how that works.
Like, compliance-wise,
you know what
this
that
all
is?
happened last night. Like I was totally
Mary's getting her Bible.
very clear about what it is. You know what I mean? And like you get people who are interested, and there are some people who are like, you know, I'm ready for a career change or life change or whatever. But my whole thing is like instantly, I'm like, okay, I don't know about the PMP, and I didn't have time to like, you know, control F it yet. So thank God for that.
Right.
But yeah. You guys are the first group I'm sharing this with. I didn't even share it with like my
That's
sister.
awesome. I feel special.
Well, so we do have to do some research on that because I don't know. And also, you know what I would do? Have you gone on Monster and like looked for those type of ads?
I haven't. I'm telling you, this was all last night. I was laying in bed.
Okay.
So this is like,
so I would
fresh off the press.
I would start with
What'd
that.
you say?
Hot off the press.
Nice.
Woo! So I would start with that just by going onto Monster and seeing what's on there, because maybe they have policies against it.
Right.
And then obviously I would get your bathroom reading and comb through it with a fine tooth comb. Nothing is like jumping out at me. But
well, that's what I think like Control F would like, if I did it on the PDF version, I could Control F like a certain word. You know what I mean? Like advertising or something like that. Like,
yeah.
Well, people definitely do Craigslist for sure. I know that.
For sure. And like I said, she's had really good success with that. So what she does is she has made like a job application. And so she makes these people do an application and she actually interviews them. And if they don't pass the interview, she doesn't sign them as a coach. But that's where she gets most of her coaches from. And like I said, I don't know how I feel about that because we are not bosses. You are your boss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do they work? Like, do they become successful? Is it successful for her? Or is she just getting a challenge back to signing up as a coach?
She's doing okay with it. I mean, she's not. I mean, I don't know how many of her coaches, like what their lifespan is.
There was a diamond at my diamond retreat who I asked her how she became a coach, and she became a coach. She's a diamond now, and she became a coach from a Craigslist ad. The reason why she was at our diamond retreat was that the person who placed the ad, who was her coach, dropped out, and so she rolled up to my coach. But she herself became a diamond coach, and she was go on Craigslist ad. She had responded to a Craigslist ad.
Interesting.
Okay, how many of you scroll Craigslist though? That's my only thing.
No,
I haven't been on Craigslist in like 5 years.
Right?
Well, so this coach is in Washington or Oregon, one of those northwestern states.
That's where this one was too.
Dun dun dun.
So sorry if I'm offending anybody.
No, you're totally fine. But Heather, you live in California. Monique, you live in California.
Southern California.
Yeah. So I mean, I live in Utah, but I'm also a single woman. I'm not gonna scroll Craigslist and like just because it has such a bad like connotation. You know what I mean? Like there's rhinos on there.
I like the sales groups for Facebook. That idea is good.
When you're looking for a job, I looked in Craigslist. I did. I scrolled in Craigslist looking for a job. So if there are, because there were normal jobs there were tons of, I was in the real estate industry. There was tons of real estate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if someone's looking specifically, if there were like personal trainers and they're going to look for a personal training job, it's not just like all creepers. And if you
Right.
have an application there that like, you know, you're specifically
I guess you have a point. I didn't think about it like that.
To me, they're all creepers.
all creepers.
I love your resale groups though, like because we have it's called Lakes List because I live in Lake County, and that is like okay, like I've never thought about that, but
So
I'm surprised the other coaches in my area don't do that, so there must be some rule about it.
Well,
I
look
don't-
into it.
Yeah, look into it. Just read. All you have to do before you even join it is just read the rules and see what they say. Some of them have like marketing Mondays only, and you can post your ad on Mondays or whatever. You know what I mean? You just kind of got to read the rules. But when I went for it in September, I didn't even care. Like if I knew, I used to keep a list because I'm in like hundreds of resale groups. I used to keep a list of like which ones were days I could post, and I was just like, F it. And I just posted in all of them, and I didn't get kicked out of any. So.
Well, I'm kind of to the point where like I don't really use those groups, so kick me out because it's kind of hard to manage my groups. Like all those people that add you to their last group, I'm like, I just want to spam my freaking challenge group post in there because I'm just irritated that I had one girl add me to her group 3 times. I'm like, I've got this notification, you've added me here. I keep leaving and you keep adding me. I'm like, can you stop?
I add them back. I add them into my free group.
Smart.
I make them join my free group when they add me to
If
group.
they add you.
Yeah, if they add me like to their LuLaRoe group or whatever, that admin person, I add them into my free group. So then they have
That
to
makes
see
so much sense because
Like
they
that's
added you without permission, right?
it's fair.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, guys, we're out of time. I hope this was helpful. I will upload the rest of this. We only got like half the call on recording, so I'll upload it and then I'll put the link in the chat. But you guys didn't remind me to record it from the very beginning, so I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll put it in the chat, and then if anybody asks questions, you guys can kind of fill in the gaps. Okay?
Hey.
Awesome. It's good to see you guys. Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.